Talk to me about censorship. Do you think this is something that you're going to be faced with at Real Vision when you continue talking about crypto? We saw a channel like BitBoy Crypto get taken offline for a few days last week, which was really surprised me. And we went head to head with YouTube last year for censorship. And again, I've been broadcasting for 9 years, having conversations in this leather chair in the studio. We live streamed one on April 6th of last year, the second largest YouTube live stream in the world. And 30 minutes later, it was deleted and banned from YouTube. First time I ever experienced it. And I wouldn't have thought it was real before that. And I actually wouldn't have thought they would have censored crypto content. What's your read on it? Is this real? Is this a concern? And again, you're a broadcaster.
No, I think it's the same thing that NatWest messaged to you. There is a big problem in the crypto space with scams. And people are selling stuff that they shouldn't be selling to people who shouldn't be buying them. And they don't know how to control it. And they know that there's going to be one hell of a lawsuit if this goes wrong. It's out of fear. Google have no skin in this game. They're just like, please, look what happened to Facebook over elections and all of this shit, right? Facebook doesn't know how to get out of this. And Google just wants to say, look, I'm sorry, but just, we don't want this coming back to us. Now, censorship, there is censorship, but the censorship is not driven by the platforms themselves. It's driven by social mood. It just is what it is. You know, humans will censor each other because they don't want to hear different opinions at various points in political cycles. So it is weird. I don't know how to deal with it either.
Have you had to deal with it?
Sorry?
Have you had to deal with it, or do you think you will?
Our crypto channel taken down. It's like everybody knows that's what happens. You know, you can't get a bloody ad together for anything that involves crypto, and it's irritating. But I also understand it because, you know, I meet people. I mean, it happened to me the other day in Little Cayman. So I'm in Grand Cayman in my office today. But Little Cayman, island of 140 people. About a year and a half ago, there's this Argentinian barman, and he comes to me, he goes, hey, Raoul, I want to know about Bitcoin. And, you know, my friends in Argentina are talking about it. I'm sorry, you know, after a few drinks, I was like, yeah, you know, this is what you should do. And this is how you should think about it. You know, think about how much you can afford to lose and, you know, all the usual good stuff. Anyway, I don't hear from him again. And then his girlfriend calls him up a year and a half later saying, have you been talking to him on Facebook? I'm like, no. He's like, somebody's impersonating you. And somebody said that you then introduced him to this person who will help him turn his $5,000 into $20,000 in 2 weeks. And so he gave him $5,000 and the guy stole it. That's what's going on. We can't pretend it's not happening because it is. Because the problem is the flip side of there's 100x upside is greed. And with greed comes criminality. So it's not easy. I don't want to be. It's like I never want to be a politician, and I certainly wouldn't want to own a platform like Google or Facebook because it's a rock and a hard place. It's a miserable existence where you're wrong in everything you do to somebody.